Hello, dear viewers. This is Dukas Copy Webinars, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today is 2nd of September 2022. People will be surprised that we already know this is 2nd September. Why he's telling us? Well, because most of my webinar starts like this, and people tend to forget what they are watching. Uh, there is a possibility that if you are watching a repeat, then you may be watching the webinar of 1st September, which may not be relevant on 2nd. So that's why it is essential to tell in the beginning that it is 2nd of September 2022. And my name is Rakesh, and I am your host here. I am a Dukas Copy community member. That does not mean that I am an employee of Dukas Copy. They have nothing to do with me, except I am just a member like any other member. Now, so that means that everything that I say, or we analyze or discuss, or whatever trading ideas that we are going to produce here in this webinar will be of my ideas. They have nothing to do with Dukas Copy Bank. And as the name suggests, we will be carrying out the technical analysis of the major currency pairs. In this live stream, we will be only talking about the technicals. If somebody wants to talk about the fundamentals, they can join the doc, because he's always talking about the fundamentals. Only technicals will be discussed in this webinar. Now, as a technical analyst, I already know that every piece of information is already priced into the chart. So we will only focus ourselves on the charts. And there are different types of charts, if you know, line, bar, area, candlesticks. But in this webinar, we will only focus ourselves on the candlesticks charts, because they give us a lot of information other than area and line charts. Okay. Now, if you are new to this webinar, we have been doing it from the last week, but if you are new to this, maybe you would consider after this webinar going to the playlist section and searching for the two playlists. One is profitable candlestick patterns, that tells you what are the most profitable patterns in the candles. Okay, there are some like bullish engulfing and bullish pin bar, which I talk about, and bearish engulfing and bearish pin bar that I talk most of the time. They are candlestick patterns, individual candlestick patterns. And then there is another playlist. The name of the playlist is profitable chart patterns. Now that is a collection of candles, and they form a pattern like a double top, double bottom, head and shoulder, ascending triangle, descending, something like that. Okay, I have discussed them. And how to identify them, how to trade them. So you can find those two playlists and go through them. It will definitely help you in understanding whatever we are talking about in this program. If you don't understand anything, you can still talk with me in the chat. You can write your questions if you have any, write them in the chat, and I will try to answer them at the end of the session. And if they are relevant to the current topic, I will answer that question then and there. Now, at the end of the session, I will be taking the questions from the viewers. So I request you to have some questions so that we can make it more interactive. And please write your questions in the chat. I will definitely try to answer those questions within the time limits. We have minimum 30 minutes and maximum time allocated to us is 1 hour. So we'll try to keep it precise. And last and not least that I want to say before I start the session is that whatever I say in this live stream is only to enhance your information and knowledge. You should do your own research before you put your money on the line. If you agree with the trading ideas that I say here, I will not be responsible for your profits. I will not take any credits if you make any profits. Okay, you want to thank, that is the other thing, but I will not be responsible for your losses as well. So keep this thing in mind. Never risk much. Do not blame me or anybody for your actions. So take responsibility of your entire actions. And I want to show you a risk disclaimer before we move on to the session. You can pause here, go through this entirely, because this is very serious business. Trading the foreign exchange on margin is a high level risky, very risky profession. Okay, and if you don't understand it completely, it is going to ruin your maybe capital, or you have to manage your risks properly. Otherwise, foreign exchange is not a good place to be. Well, go through this risk disclaimer, understand it completely, and then let's go towards the charts. Now, like every day, which chart are we going to see in the first guys, we are going to see the dollar index. Dollar, you know, dollar is the king of all currencies. Yeah, so we will try and discuss dollar index. In the beginning yesterday we had said in the webinar also that 109.12 is broken now. So now to the downside this is going to be the support, and to the upside this area here around 116.83 is going to be the resistance now. Now, do you think that something of that sort is happening? You see, after a breakout candle, the price tried to go lower. I mean, there was pullback, but it has failed to go beyond the lows of yesterday. That means the buyers are aggressive at today's lows. If I switch to 4-hour, you will have a better picture. See, talking about the technicals and the psychology together makes a lot of sense. Oh, what do you see at the support? Guys, what is this? Who will name this candlestick? Whoever names this candlestick in the chart gets, okay, Cadbury. What do you like? Chocolates. What is the name of this candlestick? Anybody? Come on, guys, we have to make it interactive. Then only it will be, you know, Anwar. Osman. Yeah, it is also called hammer, and it looks like a hammer. Or there is another name which we call it every time. It is a bullish pin bar. This is a pin bar. This is a bar with a pin. So it is also called bullish pin bar, or you call it bullish hammer. Okay, or just hammer. That is a very good answer actually, Anwar. You are right. So this is a hammer, and I have been repeatedly saying these words. If you find a bullish pin bar at the support, it is very good. Now I know. Welcome to the stream. I see that you are new. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. So a bullish pin bar appearing at the support region gives us a lot of information that there are buyers here who are trying to overpower the sellers who are trying to sell off the market here. Now, if for some reason in the next 22 minutes, because in next 22 minutes, this 4-hourly candle is going to close. If for any reason this candle closes above the opening of this previous candle, this opening was 109.43. If this candle closes anywhere higher than 109.43, you see this candle is going to make a bullish engulfing also. When I say engulfing, that means the high and the low of this current candle are lower and higher than the highs and lows of the previous candle, or in other sense, it is completely engulfing the price action of the previous candle. Or you can say that this particular candle has eaten up the entire previous candle. So if it happens, then it is going to be a very, very bullish signal for us to go and open a buy position. Why? Because we are trying to always keep our risks minimum. Okay, about my trading habits and about my style of trading. If you are new here, Anwar, and now I know, we try to keep our risks involved in any trade to the bare minimum. First of all, dollar index is in an uptrend. Okay, we know it from a long time. It is in an uptrend. It is trading at the highs of its, I think, the career, if I say. So we need to enter in this trend at the minimum risk involved. Now we know that 109.12 was a strong resistance. It has been broken now already. Now it is taking support at that level. So this is a pullback. Now at this pullback, I want to enter this market. If I enter it here now, or actually I will never enter now. The real trading idea is when this candle closes, I will place a buy stop order higher than 2 to 3 pips above the high of this candle. Okay, say if I have to place an order here, how will I place? I will place a buy stop here like this. Buy stop by bid at 109.428, something of this sort. Okay, so I don't have any position now. If you see, if I say position, no, there is no position. There is only one order, and this order's distance is 3.5 pips. That means if the price go only after closing, okay, only after closing the candle, you have to place such orders, not now. So I will just delete it. And where will be your stop loss? Your stop loss will be below the low of this candle. And where will be your take profit? Your take profit will be the next level of resistance, and the next level of resistance is here. Now if you calculate your risk to reward ratio, you will see that your risk is 54 points and your take profit is 730 points. This is a huge risk to reward ratio. I mean, even if you go wrong, you are not going to lose much if you are risking 1%. So how much should be your position size? I'm sorry, I opened up randomly 100 contracts, but you should not open 100 contracts. You should see what is your capital, and if you lose, you should not lose more than 1% of your capital. Because I don't trade actually dollar index itself, so I don't know how much we are supposed to open here to remove 1% of my account. Okay, so this was just an example. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, let me know, I will explain it again. So yes, this is trying to become a bullish engulfing as well, and if it does, then dollar is all buy. Okay, buy like that. Now if you like that idea, go and smash that like button that is very near to the video, just below it. It helps me, it actually encourages me to go deeper here. Okay, so 4 hour is suggesting that there was a pullback to the support region, and now the buyers are trying to push the prices higher, and that tells a lot about the price action going on here. Actually, this is the time when we should be looking for the buying opportunities. And of course, your stop orders will be here and your take profit targets will be at 116. If you want to be very sure, maybe you want to wait for the entire candle to close and then open the positions once the highs of this candle or the next day. See, this is the inside bar yet. Okay, the high of yesterday has not been broken, but 4 hourly candle is already suggesting us that it is going to break. So you can get your triggers ready. Okay, with this said, we have a key level of 109.12 now, and on the higher side we have 116.83. Since I hope that you have already got the idea what I am talking about, so I will move on to the now Euro US dollar. In the Euro USD, there was a breakdown yesterday from this channel. Of course, there was a support near the lows of the day, and today the price tried to go higher. Now the dollar index was pulling back, so Euro also tried to pull back. On the 4 hour it will be more clear. So Euro also tried to pull back, but it was rejected. Why this channel is like this? On the daily it is very good. It is very clear that this line was rejected. Okay, anyways, on the 4 hour it got rejected at the higher prices, and now this particular candle is also approximately going to give us a bearish engulfing. Now if that happens, that means there are more losses on the way for the Euro USD in the coming time. Well, that makes sense to us. Good. So anywhere, if it is able to give us a daily closing below 0.9952 today, then we are going to see this channel's falling channels low very soon. Okay, falling channels low means a test of this channel's low. So what is the key level now? 0.9952 is still the key level till the time it is not broken and we don't see a daily close below that. It is still a key level, and on the higher side 1.0368 is the key level which we want to be broken if we have to open a buy trade. Nothing new here. Now I have moved to the pound. Now pound seems like it is trying to break through this falling channels support also. There has been strong trading to the downside. This is a bearish pin bar, or you can say inverse hammer, like my friend Anwar M. Osman was saying that there was a hammer in dollar index. Likewise, there is an reverse hammer or inverse hammer in this pound, and it is suggesting that the new price that it is going to make now is 1.1409, where it may take some breather, or there is a probability that it can breach this area to the downside, because dollar index is in a breakout, if the dollar rises, pound is definitely going to fall against it. And 1.1409 is not a small area, my friends. It is not just like a support, it is a very strong support. Why I'm saying that it's a very strong support, I must take you back in the history on around 19th and 18th of March 2020, when the price came to these levels and was immediately bought back in a day or two to reach 1.2477. This is not a joke here. If the price comes to this level again, it is definitely going to either bought back, or there will be a lot of profit booking from those who are sellers here, or maybe even from here, or there may be some policy change even just to save this level of 1.1409. So keep an eye on this level and see what happens. I think this level is gonna break if the dollar index continues to rise, but there is a possibility, because a lot of people must be keeping their eye on this level, and if they are, the policymakers will also be keeping an eye, because if the pound goes below this against the US dollar, you see, if the pound goes below this, then there is no other price below that. So that means pound is doomed, or what I call most of the times is that below this there is only dustbin. Now if the Great Britain pound, why it is called Great Britain pound? Because it was considered that it is pound of Great Britain. Oh, okay. So if something great goes to dustbin, what happens? Those who are long in this currency from a long time, they will shed their positions, they will go short, and if they go short, then this 61.8%, that is 1.0759, will not be a big extension to follow. I mean, this Fibonacci expansion will be reached very soon in case 1.1409 is broken. So keep an eye on this level. This is a very crucial level, friends. I have seen key levels breaking in the pound, and pound falling by more than 900 pips. More than 900 pips, not a joke. Overnight this is happening. When people start selling pound, it is very difficult for pound to recover. Anyways, with that said, now on the lower side we have 1.1409 as the immediate support, and on the higher side we have 1.1759 as a very strong resistance. Okay, I'm not even switching to the 4 hourly. I know that it is only falling and falling today. There was very slight recovery, and there was bearish pin bar, then there is bearish engulfing at a pin bar. So 1.1409 is definitely on the chart in the coming time. Well, Australian dollar has, okay, now where is my, oh no, I had drawn a copy of head and shoulder here somewhere. I think I have remove that. So the head and shoulder, when breaks down, the price tends to go back to the broken resistance zone to test, sorry, support zone, to test it as a fresh resistance, and this is what happened in the daytime. On the 4 hourly it happened, it was tested as the fresh resistance now, and the price is going back now. Now what is the possibility, what is the possible target? Actually, from the breakout, the height of the pattern is the target. Now 287 point is the target here. If I say 287 points, it is from the breakout point, 287 points. This is the level of breakout from here. Okay, so not here, 287. So approximately 0.6562 area is going to be the next target as per this break is concerned, but immediately there is 0.6714 as the immediate target. So first we will be targeting this one, then 0.67, sorry, 280 points, right? 0.6568. So I will mark it on my chart. 6570 I'm going to mark, or 65699. All right, so this is the potential move. I will write potential broken head and shoulder pattern targets. Okay, targets. So these are the potential broken head and shoulder pattern targets. So let us see how the things unfold in the future. If the pair goes to this level, then you will have more confidence in our trading system. Yeah. Okay. And I am still thinking that if even the price tries to rise from here, it may go to this horizontal level of resistance where we have marked our ellipse. There is a possibility of the price even going to this one, even if the prices rise from here. Otherwise, the price can directly go towards 0.6714. Why I'm saying that it can go? Because it has already tested this level as the fresh resistance. And now the price has started to go down. At least on the 4 hour, it has started. So the immediate resistance 0.6869 to the upside and immediate support to the downside is 0.6714. Let us see what is happening in the New Zealand dollar. Now, New Zealand dollar is being crushed between these two lines, or I can say that now on 4 hour, I think there will be a descending triangle forming. Yeah, there is a triangle forming, descending. Now the price here also you can see a bearish pin bar on the 4 hourly, but it is not that solid bearish pin bar. You see, other bearish pin bars are solid. Okay, other bearish pin bars are solid, but this one is not that solid. Of course, it is at the resistance, and the sellers should be jumping in. But for some reason or the other, it is not that solid. Or I can say that it has not gone to the lows of yesterday even. And this one here has gone to almost the lows of yesterday. This one here has gone below the lows of yesterday. This one here has already gone below the low of yesterday. But New Zealand dollar somehow seems stronger. Don't you think so? So if there is an option, say, to buy a pair against the US dollar, which one would you like to buy? A simple question. In case you have to buy. So friends, answer is very quick. New Zealand dollar is still stronger pair than other counterparts. So keep an eye on this one also. Now the next target for us is 0.6060. What is beer, Abhishek? Okay, so this is still 0.6060 has been taken out already, and the price went higher. This may be just a dead cat bounce, or I can say is this because a lot of people were short in this pair, and they saw that a strong support is approaching like 0.6060 level, and they tried to book their profits here. This is something that I am expecting to happen in the pound when it hits 1.1409 area. Okay, coming back to the New Zealand dollar. Now this seems like profit booking here, and thereafter those who have booked their profits when they were out of the market, sellers again jumping in the market. This is something of that sort. Now if this low here, which the price has made below 0.6060, that is 0.6049, now if that is taken out, the next target is going to be 0.5920. The price is not going to stop after that and it will start moving toward 0.5920. So if you ask me what are the key levels of interest for the New Zealand dollar, one is this dynamic resistance of falling trend line. Thereafter it is 0.6231 if for some reason price rises higher. To the downside, we have a support of 0.6060 to 0.6049 area. Okay, this is a strong support I must share with you, because people have booked their profits here. So this is an area of support. Now if this is taken out, then look for a potential of coming back to this area and sell this market with a target of 0.5920, because that is going to be the next target in case New Zealand breaks below 0.6049. Okay, it makes a lot of sense to us to sell this pair around this area, because in that case you will have a small stop loss here and your take profit will be here. And essentially what we are, risk managers. So 40 points of stop loss and 140 points of take profit is still 4 16 40. It is more than 3 and 3.5 actually, so it is still better. Well, that is just as speculation. Let us see how the things unfold in the future, but as of now 0.6231 is the resistance, 0.6060 is still a support, and if that is taken down, then 0.5920 is going to be the next support for this one. Let's talk about the US dollar against the Canadian one. Okay, did we expect that if the price tests this one, it is going to come back to this area 1.3076 to test it as a fresh support? Well, my friends, it has already happened on the 4-hour. This has happened very quickly on the 4-hour, and now this 1.3076 has already given us a bullish pin bar on the 4-hour at least. So this is all happening very quickly. All right, so we are going to test now 1.3223 in the coming future. 1.32233 is going to be the next resistance for the US dollar against Canadian, and 1.3076 has established itself as the fresh support now. There's nothing to talk about here. Even if the price goes sideways here, like if the price goes sideways, then also there is a possibility that the price comes to this area here and find it as a very good confluence of two supports of this horizontal and this rising channel's support line. And in that case also 1.3223 is the immediate resistance that the price is going to find, and that also we have drawn because this was a high here. Although this is not the ultimate target, I have told you yesterday also that 1.3223 is not the ultimate target. Ultimate target is 1.3417 in this market. So this can be broken anytime soon, and 1.3417 is the target that we should be talking about, because that is the important resistance. And after that is taken down, I don't think that price is going to stop before 1.4689. So I'm very bullish on the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, because the barrel or the oil is already overpriced. All right, if the oil is overpriced, and when it comes back down to its normal prices, then US dollar is definitely going to rise even further towards the Canadian dollar. One thing that is oiling this market, or one thing that is fueling this market to the upside, is that strong US dollar. And of course the Canadian dollar is also strong because of the high oil prices. But if Canadian dollar starts falling because of the fall in the prices of the oil, then this is going to shoot up to 1.3417 and maybe even towards 1.4689. I hope you understand what I'm saying. All right, let's talk about the USD-CHF. USD-CHF doesn't even want to show us anything red. It is sixth candle, continuous sixth candle in a row, which is going to end green if it closes green today. And there is a small resistance actually on the way to 1.0049. The resistance is at 0.9885. This is the area where we can see some profit booking from the buyers. I mean, there may be something like this, and then eventually something like this. There is a possibility. Okay, if you want to add positions there, it's still your stop loss will be much deeper. I think now we have already missed this bus. Now if you have missed some bus, I'll say don't run behind it. Just wait for the next opportunity. Don't go blindly and buy this. Okay, stay away from this one for the time being, till the time we don't get a good opportunity. We have a lot of opportunities coming and going, okay, here and there. So let it go. Don't risk more of your capital for such things. Talking about the USD-JPY, yesterday our title was based on USD-JPY. The title that we had given to yesterday's webinar is that more gains for USD-JPY is ahead. So because we think that there is a possibility of this pair now going towards 146.98. Now this is very close to 147 area. Okay, this 146.98 is actually almost 147 area, and the price, you see, dollar index came down. I must show you this thing here. The dollar index came down to retest this broken area as a fresh support, but USD-JPY did not come back to test that area as a fresh support. That means there is a lot of steam in the USD-JPY, and it is not going to come back. And even if it comes back, it is immediately going to be bought back towards 146.98. That is what I think. Now it does not mean that you buy it here now. No, never do that, because this is just a speculation. So what is the possibility? The best possibility is this one. If you can catch the best possibility, fine. If you cannot catch the best possibility, stay away from that market. Okay, if the price comes back to 139.38 and it gives you a bullish pin bar here, like other pairs are going to do, so let us see that. Okay, If that happens, we'll buy this with a small stop loss below and take profit target at 146. If it doesn't come back to 139.38, we are not going to buy it costlier. We want to buy it cheap. Could you explain the correlation between Canadian dollar and oil price? Well, it is a positive correlation, my friend. It is, Abhishek, it is easy. Why don't you just Google it out? Because we are talking about only the technical aspects of trading. I mentioned the oil prices because we are also discussing the Brent prices of the Brent. Okay, that's why I mentioned the correlation. Otherwise, if you really want to learn about the correlation, I will say Google it, or in the end I will tell you something about it. Okay, but because this session is not about the fundamentals, but still I will explain you in a line or two so that you understand it completely. But before we finish this, there's no talk about the correlation aspect. Please bear with me, Abhishek. I hope you don't mind it. And I just hope that you respect the time of other of our viewers who are there for the technical analysis. Okay, so the USD JPY, if it comes back to 139.38, it's going towards 146.98. that is sure, but still we want to buy it cheap. We don't want to buy it at the current levels because it is increasing our risk rather than increasing our reward. So if we buy here, we will have a possible reward of 700 points and a possible risk of almost 40 to 50 points. But if we buy at the current levels, we will have possible risk of almost 120 to 130 points and a reward of 600 to 650 points. So this spoils our risk to reward ratio. So we don't want to buy here. And moreover, on the 4 hourly, it is giving us a red candle, and it is not good for a buyer to open the position. Talking about the silver was going to dustbin as per our speculation about the silver, but now it has come to 18.07 and has made an intraday high of 18.279. Now, if any of my friend who was there yesterday, I told him that if you get a chance and if you see the silver going near 18.30, sell it with a small stop loss higher and you can target 16.93. Now, if you don't remember this, if you do not recall this, you can go back and check the webinar of yesterday and day before, because as soon as we saw it closing below this, I said as and when you get a chance to sell silver, sell it near 18.30. The one who has sold here, he is the lucky chap, because now the price is going towards 16.93. Okay, let us see how the things unfold in the future. Again, this time here 18.30 is still the key level for silver, and 16.93 is the another key level to the downside for silver. So let us see how the things unfold on Monday and maybe on Tuesday. But as of now here, I think that the silver is definitely going to test 16.93. What is your bet, Abhishek? What do you think? What is going to happen to the silver? So let's talk like this. My bet is to the downside. Okay. What is your bet, Abhishek? And what is your bet? Now I know. If you see that this is the structure of the market in the silver, what is your bet? Do you think that the silver is going to rise towards 21.11 now, or do you think that the silver is going towards 16.93? Let me know. Anwar, what do you think? Now I know what do you think. And I know, MJ, you are also sitting somewhere there. What do you think? And what do you think, Abhishek? Do you think that the silver is going to rise from here, or do you think that the silver is going to fall from here? A simple question of yes, I mean rise and fall. You can write in chat rising, or you can say falling. My bet is on the downside. I think that the silver is going to fall. Engulfed pin bar, hence fall. Well, where is the engulfed pin bar? Where is the engulfed pin bar? On which time frame? Which time frame you are talking about? There is no engulfed pin bar. Are you talking about the weekly? Yeah, on weekly there is an engulfed pin bar, but what are you talking about? Abhishek, you are not with me, huh? 4 hours, there is no engulfed pin bar on the 4 hour, my friends. Okay, this one, which one are you talking about? There is no engulfed pin bar, at least to the previous 10 bars there is no one. All right, but yes, the price is most probably, I will not say definitely this time, most probably the price is going to go down, because there are multiple resistances. One is this falling resistance, one is this horizontal resistance, then one is this broken trend line resistance. So there are multiple resistances on the way, and the support is very far, that is 16.93. so let us see how the things unfold in future. Nobody is ready to answer my question. I asked very humbly to Anwar, my friend, now I know, and to okay, Abhishek answered, thank you very much for answering. And those who are my old viewers, they know that this price is going to fall soon. Okay, don't look at this 4 hourly candles, the price is going to fall soon. What about the gold? Let us see what is happening in the gold. Okay, so the gold was going low. We were thinking that it can go to all the way to 1681, but it did not. In fact, the price is now rising. Yesterday's low has not been tested. Yesterday's high has been broken. This falling trend line which was broken yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, the price came down below that, and now it is again going to rise. Okay, I think we should just stay away from this market for time being. Why? Because this market is going to be a very suitable market to go short below 1681. Now we need to see a candle closing convincingly below 1681 so that we can go short with a targets of 1555. Now this is for the sell side. Okay friends, that doesn't mean that we are going to sell this market. The thing is that if the market starts rising from here, and if we see a close higher than 1808, then it is going to be a buying market, and we can see 1875, 1960 and 2075 even. And gold, the precious metal, it rarely goes below the prices of support, but if it does, then it is definitely going towards 1555 also if it goes below 1681. So we have to keep an eye on this one here, that how the things unfold when it tests 1681. If it breaks 1681 and closes the day below that, that means we should prepare ourselves for going short in the gold. I hope you get it. But as of now, if you are talking about today, 1681 is still a strong support, and 1753 is still a strong resistance. So these are the key levels that we should be keeping an eye on when we are talking about gold. All right, my friends. So nothing much. There's no pattern forming here. But yeah, selling pressure may resume here soon. Selling pressure may resume, maybe near to this low of 1726, or maybe even towards 1753. Now how the things unfold, only the time will tell. But if you ask me now, silver and gold is going up in my opinion. Your opinion? Okay. All right, I'm going to write this. Okay, Anwar, for you, for Anwar, I am going to write it here. Anwar's opinion, gold is going up at, you have given your opinion at 1713 levels. Okay, good. All right, Anwar, here is your opinion, and my opinion, I do not give single opinion, I always give two opinions. Okay, so my opinion, below 1681 gold goes to dustbin, above 1808 gold is a precious thingy to have. Okay, so this is what I think. Now Anwar is saying I had opened a long trade at 1694. I have moved my SL to 701. 1694, my friend. Let me check. Oh well, 1694. You were lucky. You bought it at the lows. And if you can actually keep your stop loss to 1678, maybe possible, then fine, maybe you can ride. But what is the basis of that position? That is the problem, Anwar. If you don't have any strong reason to buy, you are buying just because it is going low, that means you are trying to catch a falling knife. Now tomorrow, if it opens again at the 1713 or 1715 levels and gives us a lower low than 1681, your position is out. If you have not moved your stop loss, okay, you have already moved your stop loss to 17. Sorry, you have already moved your stop loss. So yes, you will end up in profits. So keep trailing your stop loss, because this may be just a profit booking from the sellers who are selling from here, and maybe this profit booking is taking the prices higher. Okay, keep this thing in your mind. So my friends, again, I'm reiterating, 1753 is the resistance, 1681 is the support. For the gold, let us see what is happening in the Brent. Okay, Brent, something green is happening here. Let us switch to the 4 hour for a clear picture. Okay, we had said that if the price, okay, first let me remove this clutter, please. Okay, if the price keeps hovering around this line here and maybe eventually even go to 91.49, we will see a buyback. So the price has seen some buyback, but not that brisk or not that nature. I think after 1 or 2 tests, if it breaks out to the top side, it should break out like this. Near 91.49, there were buyers, but they could not push the prices even higher than the previous highs. So this 91.49 now is vulnerable. Now, my friend Abhishek, are you still there? If you're still there, I will cover the correlation for you. Now is the time. Abhishek, you there? Yeah, okay, Abhishek is here. So Abhishek was asking, what is the correlation between oil prices and the Canadian dollars? My friend, see, Canadian dollar is, or the economy of Canada is mostly dependent on the oil prices. Why? Because they are largely an exporter of crude oil. Okay, if they have to export the crude oil, they will sell their crude oil in their currency, that is Canadian dollar. Other countries, those who import from Canada, they have to buy Canadian dollar. So essentially they are pushing the price of Canadian dollar higher. That is one thing. And if the prices of the crude oil are rising, the profit margin of Canada is also rising. So the value of currency is also rising. That means, you getting this point? This is a simple concept. If the Canadian dollar is, if the price of oil is rising, the value of Canadian dollar will also rise. It may take a day or week, but it has to rise with the rise of Brent. Now coming back to the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, I said if the Brent goes down, then the US dollar against Canadian dollar is going to rise, because there is already breakout to the upside in the US dollar only. Dollar index we were talking about. Here there is a breakout already to the upside. Now if the US dollar is trading against a currency which is already going down, so who is going to be stronger or more stronger? So US dollar is going to be more and more stronger here in front of Canadian dollar in case the price of Brent goes down, which is more likely now, because the level that I was talking about here, 91.49, I was thinking that there will be a lot of buying, that the price will eventually go back to 107.67, but it did not happen. And now I feel like this level here is vulnerable, because when you see this type of candlestick here, you see this candlestick is known as a hangman. Now when the low of a hangman is broken, that means now there is no hope from the buyer side, or those who push the prices high have been taken down, and now there are only sellers left in the market. Now this is the psychology of the market. These two candlesticks collectively are saying me that now there are no buyers left in the crude oil market. Now if there are no buyers left, I mean, of course there are buyers and sellers. It essentially means that the sellers are more aggressive than the buyers at these prices. Now this is not very far from the 91.49 levels. This is not very far. If the buyers are not aggressive here, maybe they will be aggressive near 91.49. If they are, they will push the prices higher than these previous highs. And if they fail to do so, that means sellers are still aggressive. You understand the psychology behind this. Now, if the sellers are still aggressive, they will definitely take down this 91.49 levels also, and maybe push the prices back to 90.22, which is, I think, which is very good support for the price. And if 90.22 is taken down, then the price is going back to 86.46. Now, what is essentially happening when the price is going down here? It is suggesting us that the economy of Canada is also going to go down. Now, this is again suggesting us that the Canadian dollar is going to go down. If Canadian dollar is going to go down against US dollar, then the USD CAD is going to rise further and rise further. And that is why I was saying target not only 1.3223, but also target 1.3417 and 1.4689 in the loonie. I hope you got the idea, Abhishek. Or you still have some questions? So I don't think that now the prices can go beyond the high of this previous candle, which was around 95.25. Well, we will meet on Monday and see what has happened in the Brent. If something doesn't happen overnight, US does not attack some country, or something doesn't go wrong in the world, then I think on Monday we will see lower prices than 91.49 even. Okay, maybe. I'm saying maybe. I'm not an operator of the market, but this is what charts are telling me. This is what psychology behind this chart is telling me. All right, now let's switch to the Euro AUD. This is almost done. Okay, finally there is a pullback. It is happening. Maybe on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday we will see a retest of this broken trend line, and that may be an opportunity for us to go long in this market with the target of 1.5252. There's nothing much that we have to discuss about it. That's all. Only this thing we have to say. The trend line was broken. Double bottom breakout will be confirmed after it breaks this high, but we are going to target only 1.5252 area. What is this? Why? This was 1.525. Okay, but still, if not 5252, then at least target these highs. Okay, 1.5277. okay, I will say, but this is a zone of resistance, you understand. I hope. See, there is never a point of resistance. There is always a zone of resistance. So target this zone, target this zone of resistance if you are long after some days when you find the price here. Okay, so that's all for the Euro AUD. There is nothing more. I will just close this one. Okay, yesterday my friend was saying South African rand. I said that it is a buy. Okay, it is a buy, but if you see a pullback after closing above 17.3, okay, where did it close yesterday? It closed actually lower than that, and today it seems like it is going to close higher than 17.3045. And if it does close higher than 17.3045, I think that we will be looking for a pullback like this. Okay, a pullback like this will be a good idea, and then we will again reopen our positions at the lows so that we get a good risk to reward ratio. I hope that makes some sense to my viewers now. Okay friends, with this I am done with all the technicals that we had to do today. If you got any questions or some specific pair you want me to see, we can switch that, and please try to ask me something from this only that we have on the GForex platform. And if you have not clicked that like button yet, you can do it now. There's a lot of time that you have. It is just a click. Okay, it may not be not be much for you, but for me it's a lot. It gives me a lot of confidence to talk about 45 minutes or 1 hour at a go, like a monologue. When nobody is talking to you, it's very difficult. So my humble request is that ask questions if you have any, or we will just conclude today's webinar, and we'll see you on Monday. Actually, yesterday's webinar I was saying again and again that we will see you on Monday, because I was thinking that yesterday was Friday. But yesterday was not Friday, it was Thursday, and today is Friday. So I wish you all a very happy weekend, and see you on Monday maybe. But before I go, I never miss to say those words which I always say, so I want to tell them now also, that I sincerely hope that you get some idea about the important support and resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. That's why we are telling them the key levels, because they are the levels of interest not only to you and me, but to most of the traders who are reading the charts. My request to you is that just keep in mind to never ever risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential of more than 3 times of the profit. I mean 3 times profit than whatever you have risked, and you should not risk more than 1%. Okay, so I see that you are risking 1% and you are attempting for a minimum possibility of 3% gain on a trade. All right, how you can achieve this? You can adjust your position size, you know, or you can find out on Google how to manage your risk with the position sizing. Now with this note, I shall end this live stream. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. Leave your suggestions in the comment section and consider subscribing to the channel for more such videos. Also, you can join the Lucas Copy Forex community. There are a lot of things for the traders. I wish you a very happy and profitable day. Thank you very much for watching. Now, for those who yesterday were asking me to how to open an account with the Lucas Copy, for them I have asked from Lucas Copy. They have given me a link. They said that you can share this link with the traders. There is the link. If they don't, oh, who is this? Okay, this is my another account. wait. So now you know that I have another channel also, huh? So this is the link. You can use this link if it has come. I don't know whether I have permission to post the links or not. You can use this link and you can open the account maybe, but this was the link. When I asked, they have given me this link, so you can check it out if it is opening or not. Well, that's all. See you on Monday maybe.